All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about Shred10, what it is, and mostly what the benefits are. So, why would you do Shred10, and what the benefits are that, particularly for what maybe you're looking for. So, most people are looking for a way to, there's a couple things. They want cleansing, is usually what people want to do when their digestive system needs help. They need to reduce inflammation, they need to just improve digestion. And Dr. Mitra Ray, who came up with this concept, who studied health and nutrition at Cornell and then on to a PhD at Stanford, she said, what I realized was we want to create healthy habits. And the way we can do it is by just making some changes during this 10-day period. And what we'll end up with is some good results, which inspires us to keep going. So it's not like a 10-day all out and then stop and go back to your old life. You usually take a few of the habits with you. And I've been doing shreds about, I'm just going to say conservatively, 6 times a year for about 8 years. And,
Wow.
and I will tell you, it's totally changed my habits. It's totally changed how I look at things. The big thing for me was dairy. And dairy is, hi, Renee. Are you, did you want to join us? Did you intend to join us, or were you going to go on to Pamela Sue's?
I tried, but she needed a password or a passcode after I entered her phone number.
Okay.
And so I didn't want to disturb her.
Okay. So I'm just going over the shred. I'm glad you're here. This is my friend Betsy in California. This is Renee. Renee is in Hawaii. She's a neuromuscular physical therapist, and she's been doing the shred. So it's perfect timing that she would pop on. And we're just recording this and talking about Shred10. So and I may have you kind of talk about your experience. And I know you've got several people shredding right now. So, but basically, that is why you would do it, is to give your digestive system a rest. And you would also do a Shred10. Some people want to do it to lose weight too. That's a side benefit. It's not a weight loss program at all. And people who want to lose weight and deprive themselves, and unfortunately, they usually experience a rebound. So anyway, that's kind of an overview of Shred10. Personally, so like I said, I've been doing these off and on. Matt and I've been doing them off and on. He'll come to me and say, I've been overeating or eating the wrong things and I feel bloated and whatever. Let's do a Shred10. And we'll do one. Sometimes, it's 10 days, but sometimes we'll do one for just 5 days, like Monday to Friday. And it honestly makes a difference. It just gets us back on track. And it's, I'm not going to talk about the details because we'll look at that in a second. But I also have heard some fantastic stories. We did have one with Hannah and her team member Cindy earlier this week, and this couple talked about their results. And this Cindy noticed changing her eating habits. Her husband lost 20 pounds, not in 10 days, but that was the kickstart to it. He was, his A1C was so high, he was borderline about to start diabetes medication. And the doctors, when they looked at him, said, it's not, you don't need the medication. Like his blood work got back into a good place. So anyway, the results were phenomenal for him. And I know one woman, Dr. Carol Watson, she's a naturopath doctor. She shred for 3 years. She took breaks, but basically shred for 3 years. And she lost 170 pounds.
Wow.
Because she changed her lifestyle. So we don't promote weight loss, but it can be a side benefit is my point. And it can, but best of all is people get their blood work in a better place. So I am going to, and for me personally, I have noticed a change in my cholesterol. Oh, I need to share screen. I just got my blood work done, as a matter of fact, so I'd love to share this. My HDL, the good cholesterol. Whoops, you don't want to see my calendar. The good cholesterol was at 60. My HDL was 60, which is, I think, the highest it's ever been, which is good. Okay, so let me make this bigger.
Where's my keys?
This is already packed up.
I need my keys, Jimmy.
Okay. All right, you guys, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of blast through these first few slides, but basically there's a lot of reasons we have toxins in our body, mostly from the food we eat, but can be environmental, which we have no control over. And food quality is decreasing. We all know this, but these are some of the things you find in our food on the shelf these days. And another reason why we want to eat whole, clean food. Now, this slide is really what I was talking about, where if someone is dieting or exercising, they still have all these toxins in their body or impurities. And they may, by depriving themselves, lose weight, but they rebound and still retain the toxins. So our body doesn't know what to do with it. So I can't see the second half of this slide, but basically the cleanse removes the toxins. And when the toxins are removed, then the body naturally sheds fat. So, and so the good thing about Juice Plus is that you're getting this variety, you're getting this rainbow of color. You're getting 45 plants in your body if you're doing one shake plus all these plants every day. And the other good part too is that we want our glycemic index to stay pretty stable. We don't want it to spike. So the shakes are really good because they keep your glycemic number in check. And we call this the zone of willpower because willpower is really just a function of already being satisfied, so you're not starving. And so the other good features of the shakes are they're gluten-free and dairy-free. Dairy causes bloating and inflammation. We just say no way to whey because whey protein creates this terrible situation where you're inflamed. And it's got prebiotic fiber, and it's really important to understand. And you know what? This can give you gas, is that this oligosaccharides is a fiber, but also a sweetener. The prebiotics are really important because they feed the good gut bacteria, and the probiotics, which are naturally occurring in the plants, are good too. And you can take a probiotic, but a prebiotic feeds the good bacteria in our gut.
Mimi, can I interject here?
Yes, help yourself.
Yeah. The gas we have gas in the intestine. And so this could be helping our body release it, not necessarily that it gives us gas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you have an x-ray of the gut, you'll see that gas is trapped in the intestine. So it's quite possible. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That it is the body, you're giving the body the ability to get rid of. Yes.
Okay, that's helpful. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so, Betsy, I know you didn't get a chance to meet Renee, but she's a neuromuscular physical therapist, and she's worked on people for 42 years. So that's her background. I know you're in the car now going to dinner, doing this on the fly. So the omegas are part of the Shred10 because it is really helpful for all these reasons. It helps the heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. And they're cold pressed and cold fused. So you don't get the fish burps you get with fish oil. You also don't get the chance of rancidity. And also we are opposing that overfishing problem. So this is basically what we do is we shred the food, the toxins, and the habits that are not serving us. We want to do things that are actually serving us. And that's why we add these things and we eliminate these things. So this is the guidelines right here. Add more real food. That means anything that doesn't come in a package. We take our Juice Plus Trio blend and the Omega every day. This says 2 shakes. You can do 1. Some people can't quite get into, but that's fine. Plenty of water. And with this hot time of year, you just can't drink enough water. My water bottle I'm drinking out of right now is 32 ounces and I fill it up 3 times a day. I can't go to bed until I drink down 3 of these. So I'm on number 3 right now. And then sleep of course varies per person, but we want to strive for 7 to 8 hours. And exercise is simply walking. You don't have to get a massive amount of cardio. It's not necessary because 75% of our health is based on what we put in our mouth. And so it's really important to address this. You will have energy, so you can exercise if you choose to do something, but you don't, I'm just saying you don't have to over exercise. And for these 10 days, we want to eliminate gluten, dairy, caffeine. I know a lot of people, that's the hard one because they love their coffee. And if that's you, then just think about doing maybe a half cup or a decaf or something for the first few days, because you can wean yourself off of it if you do it that way, slowly. No alcohol, no, like I said, processed foods, no artificial or refined sugars. You can do like a splash of agave or honey, something that's natural sweetener, stevia. And eating after 6 p.m. or just a couple hours before bedtime. Stay away from eating. Let your digestive system do its work. And then when you rest, it rests with you. I love the results. So you'll see one or all of these. You'll be craving more fruits and vegetables. Your weight can adjust, and you have a healthier weight. I noticed bloating going away. My first 3 days, like I had no bloating anymore. Improved sleep, energy, hair, skin, and nails, regularity for sure. That is taken care of. And increased mental clarity. So you find yourself able to think clear thoughts, and I find they come quicker too. This is all backed by science. This slide says 30 published studies. We now have 45. We have a brand new one on the microbiome and on cognition. So we're real excited to see the studies. So you can do any of these packages. The Shred10 package is all 4 blends and the shakes. You can do the premium package, which would be just 1 shake a day. This is $140 a month, this one. And then a basic package for somebody that's watching their budget a little bit more and just do the 3 blend and 1 shake a day. So that would be minus 1. Well, it'd be just minus the omegas. So that's a possibility.
105.
105. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't do the math on that one. That's the basic one. But that's it. That's it on what it is. Whoops. Kind of lost you there for a second. But yeah, that is basically what the Shred is and what it does. Any questions, thoughts, something I didn't make clear?
So Mimi, I kind of missed that. Where the heck? Oh shoot. My phone went to safe driving mode, so it took the picture off. Even though I'm not.
That's okay. We can hear you. We could hear you.
Wait, can you hear me?
Now we can, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So when you showed the picture of all the fruits and vegetables and all that stuff, that's assuming you take the capsules, obviously.
Yeah, some people do the gummies still too, the people that just cannot swallow a capsule, but I way prefer they do the capsules because they're sugar-free and there is some sweetener in the gummies. Not a terrible amount, but I think it's better. And then if people make a shake, they can they don't even have to open them. They can put their capsules in their shake in a blender. If they have a high-powered blender, they can just throw the capsules in their shake and it's all done. There we go.
Okay, yes, that's good, Mimi. I'm sorry that this is doing this. I think I must have set my phone to safe driving mode, that automatic thing. Now it's doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, I just want to make sure about that. So, okay, that sounds good. And so I think, what I'm going to do is because this is easy to listen to. And how will you send this to me? Because I want to send it to Alyssa and Lauren. They have time to listen to this.
I'm going to stop the recording.